So in Congress, they are trying to censor Rashida Tlaib, who is the only Palestinian American serving in the legislative branch of our government. And however you feel about what's going on in the area of the Gaza Strip, Palestine, and Israel, and I'm gonna take this very strongly. Being against genocide, being against the what looks like the willful killing of people who have nothing to do with what happened last month by Hamas, which is roundly condemned. No one is for Hamas that I know, and so I feel like you're not going to be able to conflate the message that being anti-genocide is also anti-Semitic. No one's having that. All right. So stop that narrative and let's start thinking about ways in which we can stop the bombing of people who have been asked to do the unthinkable, which is to evacuate a place that's been bombed into oblivion, and then they have no place to go. Okay. So Rashida Tlaib and millions of Americans, Jewish and others, have been in the streets to protest what is going on right now. And it's not just in America, it's global. It's global because it's wrong. It's wrong. So we should be able to say that clearly, and to censure Rashida Tlaib, who has family members who are being killed right now. I feel like it's wrong as well. But she spoke today, so I want to play her voice so you can hear, and it's not AI. Play it.
It's okay. I'm the only Palestinian American serving in Congress, Mr. Chair, and my perspective is needed here now more than ever. I will not be silenced, and I will not let you distort my words. Folks forget I'm from the city of Detroit, the most beautiful, blackest city in the country, where I learned to speak truth to power, even if my voice shakes. Trying to bully or censor me won't work, because this movement for a ceasefire is much bigger than one person. It's growing every single day. There are millions of people across our country who oppose Netanyahu's extremism and are done watching our government support collective punishment and the use of white phosphorus bombs that melt flesh to the bone. They are done watching our government, Mr. Chair, supporting cutting off food, water, electricity, and medical care to millions of people with nowhere to go. Like me, Mr. Chair, they don't believe the answer to war crimes is more war crimes. The refusal of Congress and the administration to acknowledge Palestinian lives is chipping away at my soul. Over 10,000 Palestinians have been killed. Majority were children. But let me be clear. My criticism has always been of the Israeli government and Netanyahu's actions. It is important to separate people and governments, Mr. Chair. No government is beyond criticism. The idea that criticizing the government of Israel is anti-Semitic sets a very dangerous precedent, and it's being used to silence diverse voices speaking up for human rights across our nation. Do you realize what it's like, Mr. Chair, for the people outside the chamber right now, listening in agony to their own government dehumanizing them? To hear the President of the United States we helped elect dispute death tolls as we see video after video of dead children and parents under rubble. Mr. Chair, do you know what it's like to fear rising hate crimes, to know how Islamophobia and anti-Semitism makes us all less safe, and worry that your own child might suffer the horrors that 6-year-old Wadia did in Illinois? I can't believe I have to say this, but Palestinian people are not disposable.
Yep. So that's going on. And shout out to, and I don't want to say shout out, but for the Congress people like the widow of Congressman Dingell, who took his seat, who's also from Michigan, who stood up in solidarity with Rashida Tlaib, and Cori Bush, who we expect to stand up for. We don't have a lot of time to play that. Let's play a little bit of the Congresswoman Dingell as well. And I want to say something. Senator Marsha Blackburn, shame on you. She said Rashida Tlaib is calling for the genocide of Jewish people. That is absolutely, I didn't hear any of that. Did you hear any of that? And to put that rhetoric out there, like affirmatively, puts her in jeopardy, her family in jeopardy. And it's a lie. It's a lie with a particular, she has a purpose for telling that lie.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely un-American and despicable. Let's play a little bit of Congresswoman Dingell.
I rise in opposition to this resolution. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib is an important member of our Democratic caucus and our Michigan delegation. Her voice matters. She is the only Palestinian American in the Congress, and this is a representative body. Her perspective represents many that her perspective reflects many that she represents, especially when it's not twisted. Congresswoman Tlaib is entitled to the same constitutionally protected freedom of speech and expression that every other American and every other member of this body has.
That's Debbie Dingell, Michigan's 6th congressional district that she took over for her husband who made transition, who died. Y'all's thoughts. We got John Dingell Sr. Got a couple minutes left.
But I mean, really, I'm just like, what the hell? How do you say you're gonna silence this woman? Like, how is that even democracy? Like, how is that even what we say we believe in? How is that even? I mean, like, the topic is heavy, so it's not. Yeah, so like, if you don't agree, so this is the moment that we silence somebody. Right. All the shit that been said. This is the moment that we gonna silence. Like, are y'all kidding me right now? Like, what are we talking about? I'm like, I think I'm just pissed at the idea of you could just decide it, like they're just gonna ban somebody from speaking. What?
Yeah, it's in this moment where freedom of speech is absolutely so key to us being able to say you give people freedom of speech even in the midst of the toughest times, right? And that's what's so important. I mean, we've given people, and I'm not one of those people that believes in freedom of speech without freedom from consequences either, right? Like, so I feel like that you if you're gonna say it, stand 10 toes deep on it, right? But this is a moment where I wish that African Americans knew what it felt like to be in a position to where you were above critique, right? I wish that we for a moment could understand what that level of cultural, economic, political power could look like. And I think that she's right, no person or even no government gets to move through the world without critique, particularly in America.
I saw this comment, and I'm gonna see what y'all thinking about this. I saw this comment. Dang, we almost at the end of the show, where this person said, and underneath one of the posts where somebody was, having a conversation, somebody said, "Black people stay out of it." And I thought that's an interesting comment.
And she smiles and says that she loves me. Isn't it lovely when the one who loves